Um, Hello,
Hi.
welcome.
Welcome to Desk Pop, tentatively titled.
Welcome to my castle. Uh, I wore
Yep,
my
there's someone
special
sitting in your
shirt.
throne.
I wore my special shirt just for this too. My
You,
vampire shirt.
you're a showman at heart, and you put a lot of effort into the backgrounds and what you wear and everything, and I just kind
Little.
of sit in a chair. Um, and I just want to say it is very much appreciated on this end, and I'm sure,
Thanks.
30 years from now, when the dead artist thing takes effect and we're long gone, and then we become relevant, people will find this and then appreciate it as well. So,
I'm glad you also have a 30-year timeline on our death because I do too.
yeah.
We're gonna die tragically exactly 30 years from now.
and we'll be and so
Separate ends of the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna be totally in different parts of the world and just have freak accidents happen to both
strategic assassinations will occur.
Yeah.
And then the timeline will be saved.
We'll be too powerful at that point, and we will need to be killed. And
the robot apocalypse will need to be stopped. The singularity depends solely on us continuing to make this podcast, and so someone will need to travel back and kill us.
Gonna need to save the cheerleader to save the world, I think. I didn't see the show, but I know that that's the tagline.
Andy from Desk Pop version 1 would have highly recommended it to you, but I know better now. I've evolved.
Now we're in V3, 4.
I think this
5,
is version 3.
I don't know. Version 3, where we are doing art. And today,
we do art now.
We are doing an art prompt. I kind of want to call it like Heroes and Villains, or like something like that.
Let's call it Villains and Heroes.
Villains and Heroes, okay.
Heroes and Villains is overdone. Villains and Heroes. Now that's something.
Villains and Heroes, the SEO on that.
Trademark.
Anyway, so we both we chose, or we assigned each other a villain, and that is kind of the starting point. And we each decided on a hero to fight this villain. So
Yep.
You went first, I think, last week, so I'm gonna selfishly just decide to go first.
Okay. Wow. Taking the initiative, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. For the health of our show, I want us to have.
It's a
I don't
seesaw.
want either one of us to.
Down, yin yang, yo. If you watch that show.
I don't think so, but
doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what you got. I'm excited. So.
Show me your moves. That's not an allusion to like who I did. But.
Yeah, no, your villain was Dracula from the Castlevania series. Now
you
could have taken this in a weird direction and done like cinematic Dracula from 1930s or something, and been like, "Whoa!"
I could have, but that's not really my style. That's not who I am.
All right, let's.
And who I am is a lover of everything campy.
I'm a smoker.
And
I'm a drinker. I don't know the lyrics, but.
All right, so here we go.
All right.
Yeah, so obviously I love the Castlevania Dracula. He is just so I
love his hair.
Everything about him is so good. So I was kind of blocking him out. I don't usually draw, I would kind of consider him like a pretty boy almost. I know he's still a little buff, but not anything I typically draw maybe, but I kind of turn him into maybe a little buff boy. I don't know. I don't even remember at this point. I think I was half asleep and I just let my hand do some stuff. But yeah, I was trying to get a pose down. I was doing no reference for this, which I feel stupid for doing. I feel stupid because it looks bad. So I was like, well, I should really be doing a reference. So I never did, but I thought about it. I think I was at work when I was trying
Kirby?
To finish this.
Yeah,
I did decide on Kirby, and as I'm doing this, I was like, "Fuck, you're gonna tell who it is right away," because I decided to draw him.
Well, you already know who I did, so
I did.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute. I was like, man, what would, because I originally I was thinking Bayonetta, and I think I might have done her for something else in the past. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do Bayonetta because also like she's too close to that aesthetic that Dracula has too. So I feel like I wanted something that would balance out the art. And then I realized as I decided like I'm doing Kirby and like I kind of made it further along in this process, I realized like, oh, this just kind of looks like some Smash Brothers fan art.
That's what I hit on my end. So my personal goal is if we ever do another combination, I want
we like have to make it
that have never encountered each other.
Okay, I'm down with that. I think that's a good prompt.
It would be interesting if we picked a movie character and a game character. So that's like almost guaranteed to not have previously.
Yeah. You see this hand, this pointed hand is like the bane of my existence because I cannot figure out what to do with it. And ultimately I was like, it may change at the time of this video being posted. I am not fully cemented on anything.
Oh, is he flipping them off?
No.
Fuck you, Kirby.
Fuck off, Kirby. That would have been funny.
I've had enough of your shit.
But yeah, so I was like, okay.
I don't my hand, know. Kirby, join me and we can roll a undead.
I drew some fire on it at one point, and I was like, what the fuck does Dracula even do? Like, how does he even attack? I was like, does he use a sword? Like, what does he use? So, yeah, ultimately, I was just like, I'm just going to make him do some slashes. I was just having fun. I was like,
you did a really good job with Kirby. Every time I've tried to do Kirby, it's almost, it's cursed because Kirby's design is so minimalistic.
It is very difficult.
It's really hard to get right.
It's hard to get his proportions for like his eyes and stuff fine. I found that like as I was first sketching him. Anyway, yeah, ultimately I think this is about where I ended right now. So like at the time of us talking, like about here is like the end. So
got a nice gradient.
This is what I have right now at this second. So I'm like, okay, I'll do like a claw, like swiping at him, whatever. I might go ahead and just totally redraw Dracula, which is a possibility.
Okay.
And
if you editing. Let's try to get back together and record at least a very brief.
Maybe we'll see.
Because I think it might just be weird if it's and then it cuts to your final version. And
well, I'm gonna keep playing this audio.
Okay.
So like the audio that we're speaking, like I have it paused right now. But as people are watching, like it'll still keep playing, so it's not gonna be silent. But yeah, I think ultimately this is the spirit of what I wanted to do, and I think this is just like I was like, yeah, I think this is cute. I like this. I did enjoy the Kirby I drew.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be sucking him up.
I think that's cool. It would have been cool if he was like a Van Helsing Kirby or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, should I make him like Richter or something from Smash Brothers? But then I was like, well, like it was like there were too many ideas that I had that were like, I just don't like them.
Just the decision tree of has it been done in Smash Brothers? Yes or no.
I essentially like I was just getting closer and closer to creating Smash Brothers fan art, which I mean I essentially did, but the more I would continue down that path of ideas, yes, the more it would literally just be probably a screen cap of like, because you can fight Dracula as like a boss, so it's like you could literally be Kirby doing this. I'll have to watch what he does for his attacks because he stands perfectly still, like robotically still.
Dude, it's like my cat pawing at me when I try to pick her up. Get back.
So hopefully, like by the time like we're saying this, I have drawn a better dynamic pose for him.
Wow.
Anyway,
this is so cool.
And hopefully, like it'll be like ending like right here. I'll try and get the timing right on this, and it'll be a nice finished product right now, or maybe it's been on the screen for a little bit. Who knows?
Or never. Maybe it never shows up.
Maybe he never does.
We get a police sketch artist, and we just kind of describe what we want, and. They're like, wait a minute, this isn't a murder suspect. This is Castlevania Dracula fighting Kirby.
Okay, sidetrack real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll stop sharing my screen. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk for a second.
Okay, sure.
So police sketch artists.
Yeah.
They're always
They're not
so
even that
fucking
funny.
generic looking. I just like, not the artists themselves, but the sketches they produce are always just like, how is this a specific? I know they're working like, in theory.
They probably start vague and then they get more specific as they hear more details from the...
Okay, Andy, but think about it. Like, I couldn't even describe you, someone I see on a weekly basis. Like, I couldn't be like, oh, yes, his nose is like, it's like this. I'm like, I wouldn't know.
Can this be
like,
our
I'm
next
like,
prompt? Can we both pick a celebrity and describe the celebrity to the other person, but not tell the other person what it is, and then...
Yeah, we could do that. I know Drawfee's done that, but it's really good. It's funny. I think that there's a lot of untapped territory there.
Yeah.
So we should do that.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
And that's also kind of, I do really like the Drawfee format of like them just like, I still feel very timid because it takes me a long time to really truly draw things that I enjoy. But I think it would be nice for us to draw things like as we're on call with each other. And I think that would take a lot of work off of us throughout the week as well. But anyway, yes. So this is my art, or it was my art. Now it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
Where is your art? I would like to see it.
Yeah.
Let me consume your artwork like Kirby trying to consume Dracula. You know that very common idiom.
I was assigned Ridley. So
Ridley
this
Scott.
is my first time using...
Sexy mommy!
I used a reference pose. I wanted to take a picture myself, but I was at work and didn't lack the resources to have someone take a picture of me. So I found that reference pose and began turning that
sexy mommy Ridley
to a Ridley. So I wanted to bottom up perspective.
I like this idea for this pose. Like, this is cool.
I wanted a bottom-up pose to really make him look huge, both because the Ridley and Smash being too huge meme, and then also his
he's
enemy,
too big. We can't put him in the game.
It's impossible, guys. You can make Pikmin smaller because they're too small, but we can't make Ridley small because he's too big. But Pikmin are really small, so I wanted to have a villain that was menacingly tall. For the shading, I've taken a note from your playbook, and I've always seen you go gray and kind of do this. So I was kind of mimicking that. So this is the first time I've ever done that. This is my take on it.
I feel like it's very helpful. It's easy to lay out like where light sources are coming from.
Yeah. This is the most fun part. I was drawing all the Pikmin climbing on him, trying to take him down. Note that I didn't include any white Pikmin or purple Pikmin because they weren't in the main campaign of Pikmin 3, and that's the only one that I played through, so...
You gotta go by the source material.
So, yeah, this is gonna be Pikmin 3 boss Ridley.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so now I'm kind of adding some finer details. I kind of went a little overboard. Got my smoke effect.
I love it.
I got really into this, so
yeah, I'm all about this, honestly.
Wanted to keep going, so
I love the guy in the front. Oh, so cute.
Still working on some stuff.
I love this.
Yeah, it started working. Dana taught me a lot about implementing some gradients and textures on my in my work, so I'm kind of messing with some textures and stuff, some various texture brushes, changing the line work.
Man, one week we're both gonna do like this is your week, and it's obviously your week, but eventually it's gonna be both our week at the same time, and I'm so excited.
I felt so shitty for what I did last week, so I needed to step up. I needed to make some redemption. Yeah, I wanted like a Smash Brothers like Scream thing there. So then I started messing with some motion blur. I liked it, but then I lost the detail I spent so much time on. So then kind of took it away, and here we are. This is the final
I love
the
it.
final product. So
This is so good.
Pikmin fighting Ridley.
Beautiful. It looks good.
Yeah, thanks.
Good job.
I think this tops my Cuphead dating scene as my best work for the podcast so far. I've learned so much doing just this, doing that shading technique. I've done some other doodles using this since this drawing, and it's helped my work significantly. So this is probably the piece where I want to do better at picking things for myself where I learn more and I get better from, as opposed to sticking with what I'm comfortable with. And I think this is the biggest leap I've made, and like I feel like I've learned a lot from this that will directly affect all my stuff moving forward. So very happy with this one. And
good job.
God, my thing last week was so bad. I almost made 2 of these. I was like, I need to like make 2 of these things and really emphasize. It's like, I'm not that shitty. I promise.
Last week, the tarot card just killed. Like the smoke killed me. That was funny.
Yeah, that should have seen my trademark thing. I just have smoke on all my.
It was so good. I was expecting smoke like this that you have now, and that's why I was like, okay, cool. And like literally smoke is moving, and I just died. I was not prepared. But yeah, no, you knocked it out of the park this week. I think, like I said, I'm excited for when it is both of our week. I think eventually the sun and the moon will align, and all the planets and the stars and whatever else could possibly align. And I think we eventually will get to the point where it is both our week, and we're moving ever closer to it. And I think this is just another step in the right direction. I had fun with this. This was a good prompt. This was inspired by Shadow of the Colossus, I know, from you. And that kind of was reflected, I think, in your main work too.
Honestly, I kind of ditched that premise once I found that pose of Ridley. I was like, I was going to stick with Shadow of the Colossus, but then I was like, any small thing climbing on a large thing could technically be.
Yeah, that's kind of what I interpreted. So, I was like, it still is,
Yeah, I just kind of... I still kind of want to draw a Colossus, or a Colossus, but...
Maybe we'll do Colossusonas. Colossusonas?
I think we gotta sit on that for a bit, but yeah, I think I'd be for it. That'd be interesting, but I'm really happy with this. I'll definitely be using a reference drawing or reference drawings and pictures more in my work. Using that shading.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing is like I do take a lot of references like myself, and I think I was hesitant this week because I was like, when you use a reference that you like put in a layer, I know there's the reference like menu that you can have floating, and I had a picture of Dracula like floating in my references in Procreate, but I'm hesitant to like actually put it because like you'll see me in this like weird
I don't
pose.
want you to see me. Those poses. Yeah. I was just talking about. Well, I understand. Same. But I
like if I'm just like
I hate using reference, or I never wanted to use reference poses before because I didn't want to throw it in the actual layer and trace over it and kind of like what I did with this, because it's like, like I'm going to get judged and people, but then I'm like, I did so many things with that pose anyways that I made it my own and I changed it enough. And
I think as long as you're like, so the goal is, I think as long as you're learning something from everything, that's positive. So like, even if you're like tracing over like a reference in the beginning, like I think as long as you're learning and you're like doing things beyond that, then I think that's still positive. It's still net gain, you're still gaining things. Anyway, I had fun this week. It looked like you had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I had a blast. This is probably my favorite prompt this year so far.
Good. Well, I think this is going to be it for now. If you have any suggestions, any prompts you would like us to do, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Feel free to message us on social media at DeskPopcast, or send us an email at deskpopcast@gmail.com.
We'll be listening for suggestions. So.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I'm excited. I thought about this the other day. It would be so cool if we did get to the point where we had people who not only were watching, but like were also doing the prompts themselves and like tagging us in them on Twitter or like Instagram or something. I know we're a ways away from that.
Or
but I was
having
just like,
a credit sequence
that would
where
be
we
so
have other people's
cool.
work. Like you can
Yeah,
see,
like include from like the previous week or something.
Yeah.
I think that would be really neat.
That's
Anyway,
the dream. Let's make that
Yeah.
happen. If everyone just
Yeah.
gets 2 of their friends, and they get 2 of their friends, and they get 2 of their, we'll go viral.
yeah.
That's just how it works. That's how this whole internet thing works. So
And it's not a pyramid because
it's upside down.
it's a dimmerate. Have you ever seen that clip? Anyway.
All right. Well, we'll see you later. We'll see you next week. Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Fancy waves for everyone.